It's the 48th Regiment of the Ghana Armed Forces. They've indeed retrieved the body. And this is live. We're bringing to you from this home in the Odawna area, and it's where you can see that they're making the effort gradually, just making sure they put this body in the bucket of this police van. Indeed, this exercise has been coordinated by the 48th Regiment of the Ghana Armed Forces, officials of the Ghana Police Service, the National Disaster Management Organization, officials of the Korle Klottey Municipal Assembly, led by the Chief Executive, the Member of Parliament for Korle Klottey. She herself has been here for a number of hours, Dr. Zaneto Rollins. And indeed, we've had well-meaning individuals just adjourning various homes who also have been affected by the current situation. And while we have to be cautious, we also would have to tell you about the current state of affairs, because this started, we're told, by the Municipal Chief Executive for the area in the late hours of yesterday, had continued in the early hours of this morning, and now body has been retrieved and it's being taken away to the morgue. Obviously, investigations will logically, as part of the formal processes, be conducted by the security apparatus, the disaster management organization, the police service. And very moving scenes here. Indeed, there are people who know the individual and greatly affected. And let me speak to the assemblyman for the area. And if you're an assemblyman, there's a certain supposition that you virtually know everybody within the nooks and crannies of the community. And the assemblyman, I have been reliably informed, knows the deceased. We'll speak to him. What's your name, sir?
Kina Hendrick.
What again?
Kina Hendrick.
Mr. Hendrick, do you know the gentleman in question or the lady? Is that a male or female?
A male.
Male. And I know that you're part of the rescue team. Indeed, when did this start up to the point where we are?
Around 2:40, I was called that it has not rained, but the Odo is gushing out to the community. So I wake up and I started calling people to inform others that this is what is happening. I started calling, and they called me back that the way the thing is getting to their rooms, we have to inform ECG to off the light. I did my best. I called ECG several times, number of people. I had to go back to my MC, my MP, my director. I called almost everybody, and I informed them they should also inform ECG to put off the light. But it's just unfortunate, this morning we came around and we were going around looking at the situation, and we heard that our brother Kojo Entry was attacked by the electricity and is gone.
He got electrocuted.
Yes.
But indeed, as an assembly member, we're always cautioned by the National Disaster Management Organization. Indeed, the assembly members, the assembly itself, the members of parliament, that we should always be proactive. If you look at the way the wires keep dangling, for example, on the poles itself, before you get to look at the situation, and the way the wires have been used around the buildings here, it presupposes that definitely any disaster could give you some tragedy.
Yes, it has happened before. That is the reason why we started calling ECG to put off the light. You know, when you look, you see a transformer here. It was almost full. So when there is a big transformer here and the current in that transformer is over 11,000 watts. So definitely we will have problem here. And looking at this area is an old area. So definitely this is the way you're going to see it, unless ECD want to have a change in repairing some of this thing for us.
And I'll try and see whether my lenses could get you the transformer, and that is the height of the transformer.
Yes.
Okay, and water had exceeded this transformer. You could definitely not see your way past through, and that is the height. And if you're watching us live on Joy 99.7 FM, as well as watching us, if you're listening to us live on Joy 99.7 FM and also watching us on Joy News, for those who are listening on radio, the height of the transformer will be about 12 to about 15 feet, thereabouts, and the water had exceeded that height. It shows you the height and the level of the water. Now, I would want to speak to a number of the residents, but if you take a look at the extent of damage, I see a couple of the buildings that are just one-floor story buildings. They're very old, definitely just post-independence, 70s buildings. There's one or two that may have been built within the last couple of years, but definitely this is an old residential area. And this is a mix hub of residents, mechanical shops, metal workshops, and then many other areas where residents tend to trade. Now, I would want to speak to some of these rescuers. These early rescuers helped in the early hours of the morning, I can say from 1 to 2 a.m. to help many of these stranded residents who had water entering their houses at a level of about 10 feet, some 12 feet, based on the max I can see. Which of the languages do you want to speak? Daniel, me pacho emrebeng na oba ha obeboa manfo woman nsuo nankasa no eyiri wo mo if you wanna me if you bang police quarters baby eyi kojo the late kojo no one pacho kojo na we free mo no not saying oh onye obi a o adwen de we nsuo yira on nyane now mom be you on cars wow de na yi no na de atoye enti we nsuo na to no na se nyina yada be 12:30 to 1 mu ene ete se nsuo ne ba eno dimika no kunya na boy bi wa no fe no kofi so nko yi ni car no na nsuo ne de nsuo ne ba na boy ni tu ni car ti boy ni tu ni car na oba ye ni sa do be bobo eden ni ada ti obo dan ni mu no ena nyane emma ni bi nyane ti we nyane ye no police ni ba ko e fi afa ni si Ronaldo o ko juma enam de nsuo ni to ni ti no o de ni kin ma obi boy bi wa ye junior ye fe neighbor enti apia ba no bi se bo si Ronaldo ye kan se ne dan wa yi mu ni o ma no no se ama yi di hia ni na gusro asisi anaka TV nko a na apia na ka se udi ni pa wu a usi TV na oja ibe no ho eti owura edan na osan ibe no no ye kojo no owura osan ibe no ho owura dan ni mu no ni ati se bibi aji gum ti ati se bibi aji gum na ma na sate so mtetem se me mamlo ene de fast but ni pa oni omo dem ho no oka ho a miensa eti no gum na no mso kuta extension board na extension board no na ho hyeda nye cresa eti no efanimu ema extension board na connected na to power socket bia connected to power eti no ono no orbe hwas no pim boy bi ayefe no joy ono so ofie o bi ena fa joy ni sumu nti joy na nkoko pim wo ena pim guy bi a ono so kan ho na mo kan mo yemensa no na joy ni to fam ti joy ni to fam no tam I can't say boy na tam joy gina to otam ni gina na fo mu hu ba bia amfa na mo fa mu buwi no na mo fa nto kura kojo na ba ne san no nu mom na electricity na ekunu se tama we no blasters na mi se kuta bibi na o hye mpaboa nsuntin na suo so efem ho no
Enti eyesa no otof no nanim say no de koy. James nanim say no de koy no ena ma esuri mi ekoni nimu. Eno na ma ne
because that time no na edem na nkasa nso na yiri ho.
Na yiri odem ho no mo. Nsu odem ho pa. Je matre dem nyina no nsu na yiri afo no ase no. Enti no tom no opray. Ko no mo kana ho no so as obi run for life ntino. Ama obi antumi ama na chibi. Enti emra na ka say emra me boa no ye bae no ye hwe de wi ana light ni sisu na enye free police ni ba ko say on free penifo no mo ye de munum light no nye nkonko hwe say apia no ida say watumi apie ana say oda ho odem enye free police ni ye free no ka che me say wa free electricity for no but electricity for no e delay time Omandum light nente.
Natural say no one show no munyina na electrocution intina electricity no wom.
No so
na electricity no wom.
No wom and so no so wom. And the police no bra ye answer na electricity for edum light. To mudum light na me fe na nga chen say omadum light no say yenko edem on yenko hwe say ida say boy no wapie omubu ntokua no afa ho apie kobi ana say o edem ho no ana wonya ba bi agina ye call first one ye ntumi ambie dan no na me friend am ka chen say ye call ye ntumi ambie dan no na o san so frame bi me ka chen say ye momodin a say kwan akora be fa so a ye nsa be kan say ye be hu say enipa no te ase ana say owu no
sembre na ye dum light no
that time no
na mutimi function no
ye dum light no amomadum light ntini tumi fa nsuo no enti ye call no ye hwa ni ye hu no ye hu ma bi oda o edem o eti ahwe na boy ba ku we ne nan eka no ono say boga oni o to ka so oni na me kora na me fi se bia oboa nti na me kuta wo ma bi ana me disi si wo no ma ene ko si ni so ti si ni so no ye sanka ye de ni pi ene ka say ye frɛ boss no ka ti en say ye hu apia no ono say ye be ne den si ano yentumi the way so na fraud no yentumi nya ba bia amfane nto no se saade a yemfane hye dan ni mu ne yentum na sensuo no twe a ono obeba fie oba obefe ne mpanifo amama efe emu no enti ampani sensuo no twe no wan later am kra no de meka a oba enso frefre mpanifo a omba ma befa
mo ko hunu no na we free
ye ko hunu no de no nte atiasefo asesu bi ama apia on kan
apia eye kodwo ntwi na wo mo friend
kodwo ntwi na your friend by ni fie adwuma mudin
edi adwuma na oye
pacho mechanic
And indeed, you could you've heard the word mechanic, and where we are is a hub of both residential as well as mechanics who tend to ply their trade here. And we've had a number of residents that we've spoken to. We're live on Joy 99.7 FM as well as on Joy News TV. And please, we're mainstream free to where you can just go check us out and get all these pictures live. And for those who have only the benefit of listening to radio, I can see dotted lines or marks of debt that has been left by the raging floods or waters up to a feet of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just my observational estimation. And I want to speak to Ni Ejay. Samuel Ni Ejay is a member of this assembly, the Clote Assembly. He indeed heads the assembly as chief executive. I was speaking to the member of parliament for the area, Clote, Dr. Zanato Rollins as well, but it means that something has to be done. Well, I won't say quickly, but something that concretely has to be in the plans, won't you say?
Yes, that's right. But as you can see, something is being done.
Which is what?
The drains are being constructed. That's the storm drains to allow the water to flow a bit more freely into the main or dot drain.
Clearly late in the day, when if you look at these type of concrete works, it should be undertaken, and you and I know by experience, as quickly as possible, because we know when the rains come. Yes,
it started early, and I think the contractor is currently not at site though, but it started on time. If we look back a few years back, we didn't have such a thing here, so I think it's an improvement on the situation. Yeah.
From here, where are you going? What are you going to do?
We are going to Osu, Doku, because it's been a big problem there too, you know, leading to the old Riga cinema area. That place also got flooded. So we are living here to make sure things are okay. In fact, I came from that area to this place because I think this place seemed to be more serious than that place. So that's why we are here. Now we are moving on back to there to make sure everybody is okay. And the awareness creation also is important in the sense that when these things happen, switches and putting on lights on off are not things that are to be done.
And this you're talking about are cautions that ideally residents should be knowing. Do you give them some of these public education before the onset of the rains?
Yes, we do. In fact, we have the NADMO team and the disaster management team of the municipality, and these are the sort of things they go around educating people about. Yes.
But look, now the vast areas, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Many other cars just beyond 21 that my eye could see beyond that have been inundated by the floods. We have to hand over to studio, but again, it's a live coverage of the flooding situation. Even before I had to get here, I have to wade through water. It meant I had to remove my shoes and be barefoot to also be in a position to wade through the water. It's part of what we do, 25 years of great experience of impactful journalism right here on Joy News, Joy 99.7 FM, the multimedia family. But we'll speak to the Member of Parliament for Korle Klottey, Dr. Zanato Rawlings, who also has been here for hours. It's now time check, almost a minute to 8:20, and she told me she'd been here before 4 a.m. Indeed, early on we spoke to Lieutenant Colonel Infum, who headed personnel of the 48th Regiment of the Ghana Armed Forces. They had come in way earlier to make sure they use their boats to go through the water and do the rescue. He said they had rescued over 80 to 90 residents of the area. But again, it's the caution to make sure when the rains are coming, you're in a position to know what you're supposed to do. Because the deceased, the late Kojo, whose friends that we spoke to this morning said he may have suspectedly died of electrocution. And ultimately, by the time they got to officials or the station just closed.
Roland Walker coming to us live from the Odawna there. So the story that's just breaking right here on Joy News on your channels is that one person has died. Kojointri is how they call him. They also call him Apia. It looks like from what the stories we're hearing that he tried to rescue some of his property in his room. He got electrocuted. He's been taken away in a body bag by the military. Very sad story. Stay safe out there. I'm going to take a very quick break. I'll return and we'll have a quick conversation about the ICOMs taking over GC network at the port. If you deal in exports, imports, you must have seen this. You have also heard about the agitation that's been caused there as well. What's really in there? We'll find out when we return from this break. This is the AM show. We'll be right back.